It brings back a lot of memories, you know. Like I said earlier, it's kind of like an eerie feeling because we wrote it out in this place. And see, Ike was like a category 3 to 4. But what killed Galveston was the storm surge. And the whole time I was praying, like, God, if you let me live through this, I wouldn't stay the next time.
Good evening. I'm Ann Curry in for Brian Williams with a special Western edition of NBC Nightly News. At this hour, the eye of Hurricane Ike is moving toward major population areas along the Gulf Coast. Officials describe Lake today as potentially catastrophic. This storm touched land hours earlier than predicted.
Massive waves of water as Hurricane Ike churned toward Texas. In Galveston, a city being battered.
These waves are coming in so fast.
The Coast Guard rescued those who waited too long. Others will wait it out indefinitely.
I'd rather die here than out on the road.
It's good to see that they're remodeling it because it's been up since the 60s. It stood Hurricane Carla. So Hurricane Carla, Hurricane Alicia, and all the other hurricanes after that. And then the last one we had, of course, was Ike, Hurricane Ike. And she's still standing. The winds and the rain picked up at around 7:30, and we were just sitting on the porch, you know. The sun was shining, and we were just sitting on the porch long enough until it was unbearable to sit there, you know. And then the door had a blind over it, like these blinds down here, and when I opened it, the wind just took it, pulled it off the hinges. And so we jumped up. We were afraid, so we jumped up and we went inside. We could see how high the water was, but we couldn't see what was in it. Just imagine what the hell was in that water. If I would have fallen from up there, I would have been dead. The second half of the storm, like I was saying, the second half of the storm, the winds were stronger, you know, and everything. The house started shaking then. I didn't notice the house shaking until the second half of the storm, which was really bad. When the window broke and the door flew open, all the wind just went straight through the house. When the storm ended, it was like a parade. It was like one huge big parade just going on, and then the end. You could just see it leaving. You could see it leaving. The birds start flying again. The sun came out. You know, the water had resided. Then they declared martial law. They declared martial law after 6 o'clock, which when it got dark, nobody was allowed on the streets. You could sit on your porch. We can come out in our yard, but we couldn't go to that street. We'll be arrested. People were lined up on 45 to get back in, and then they would put on your car LL. The LL was abbreviation for look and leave. They would let you come on the island to look, I guess salvage what you can, and leave. The reason why they told you to leave is because it was inhabitable. There was no running water, there was no electricity, no grocery stores, no emergency personnel. It was inhabitable. So they would allow people to come, salvage what they can, and leave. They enforced it. 2 days later, FEMA came, and FEMA was going house to house, house to house, house to house. And because they knew that a lot of people stayed. They knew that a lot of elderly people stayed. So they were just going from house to house to seeing if people were alive, if people were dead. There were people died here. You know, people died here. They found people in their houses dead, from drowning. You know, if we would have stayed down here, we would have been dead. Yeah, that's the truth. We'd have been dead. And my common sense tells me that, you know, with those glaciers and icebergs breaking, it's causing the seas to swell. Where did that water go? When it melts, it has to go somewhere. And that's what probably causing the seas to swell. And then it's probably causing, you know, these hurricanes that we never experienced before. So I believe we are here for a reason, you know. But we have a big part of the climate change. Climate change is going to have to take everybody to fix it, you know. And I honestly believe people are talking more about it than doing things about it. It's kind of like they're sitting around waiting if it's really going to happen. What I noticed, first off, when right after the hurricane, everybody got together and they bonded, and they were asking, do you need help? Do you need somewhere to stay? And there was a bond with everybody, you know. Everybody came together, all races, creed, backgrounds came together, you know. People with money, people without money. We're all equal there. And everybody helped.
I promise you this, I'll always look out for you. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Say I say